Alright, hey, what's up, guys? This is Death is Easy from Death is Gaming, bringing you with a pretty interesting topic I want to talk about when it comes to Call of Duty. So, I'm working on a little challenge here. I will tell you about it at the end of the video and why you haven't seen anything with it yet, except right now, and you'll see a little bit of it here and there as I do some talking to you guys and stuff like that. This is a question for all my like extremely high KD players and just overall people who like are super concerned with their stats. I have a question I wanted to ask, and it's been on my mind for a while, and it's been a pretty genuine question. Because I've noticed it more in this game than anything else. Why are we playing the way we're playing? If you want to know what I mean, I've been seeing a lot, because for this grind, I've have to do the majority of it on shipment, just because it's the matches go by the fastest. I have the most opportunity for kills and everything like that. So for working on what I'm working on, it just is the best possible option in the form of progression to get through this challenge for you guys. But I do have a little bit of a legitimate question, like I said, I wanted to ask. And that question is, why did we lose what we used to do when we would play COD? Because when I played back in the day, shipment was about getting kills. It wasn't about, dropping your streaks. It wasn't about, high KDs. It was about progression. That's what it was about. And I get mad at the sweats, who are known as sweats, all the time when I play this game nowadays. But at the same time, I've always been curious what's going on in your mind to play the way you're playing. And I would hope somebody, with a high KD and who plays the way they see that plays the exact way I'm in reference to will bring it up, because like this is what I'm talking about. Like why do we play like this at max level? Why is that the way you play shipment? Because that's not the way we used to play shipment back in the day. Shipment used to be about rushing to the middle, having an all-out war in the middle of the map. If you got streaks, cool. If you didn't, cool. Who really cared at the end of the day? You played, you got as many kills as you could, and then you moved on. That was shipment. My question is, when did we lose that for shipment? When did shipment stop being about that and start being about only dropping high kill games? That's what I've been very curious of recently, is when shipment lost its let's play and just see how many kills we can get to I have to drop X amount of kills every single match I play shipment on. That's what I'm talking about. Because it's a question that's been on my mind for a while. It's because at this point, you're getting it to the point where a lot of players don't play the game, not because they don't want to, but because they genuinely feel like me. You realize Call of Duty got super popular from people like me and my friends playing it, because the multiplayer wasn't what it was back in the day. It wasn't full of the stuff you see nowadays. It was full of people just sprinting to the middle of the map and just seeing what would happen. There was no you got 3 kill streaks, and everybody had the same 3 kill streaks. You had a UAV, you had an airstrike, and you had a chopper. That was it. There was no, there are 4 of these people in that room. Why is that your playstyle? That 4 of you have to go into one room, all of you with shotguns on shipment, and just post up like, why? That's basically where I'm standing on the subject, is why you'll play shipment this way when you're the kind of players that I would see back in the day, just absolutely rushing to the middle of the map and dropping the same amount of kills with 3 kill streaks in your pocket, with a UAV, an airstrike, and a chopper. And you could drop the same amount of kills, and half the time you wouldn't even have the chopper to use. You'd only get the UAV and the airstrike. You'd never get the chopper, because it wasn't very often that you'd get into lobbies where you'd see people using the chopper, for example. you wouldn't see it. But now I'm seeing like people who stream on Twitch and people who have apparently YouTube channels playing this way. And it's like, what have we become as a player base that we are now aspiring content creators playing the corner game? Playing literally the game of sitting in the corner. When did that just become so important that our streaks became the only way we'll play a match? I have watched people leave because they failed to get their VTOL 2 times. I've watched people rage quit because they can't get a VTOL. Where I'm just sitting here with a UAV and a counter UAV and an advanced UAV, and if I get them, great. If I don't, oh well, I tried. Can't say I didn't try. You know, I'm over here dropping 30, 40, 50 kills on the regular, rushing around the map, putting myself in the most, you know, the weirdest, absolutely weirdest spots possible. I don't know why this thing's not doing damage all of a sudden. It was melting earlier. Let me try to take the barrel off. But we've taken this weird approach to COD that I genuinely am concerned with. I'm worried. You know, people ask, is Call of Duty dead? I don't think it's dead, but at the same time, I think the overall player base has damaged it to such a degree that I don't know if it's ever gonna come back to what it used to be. Because it didn't used to be full of this. It used to be full of players rushing around the maps, just trying to get as many kills as they can, especially in like Dom. It was, how many kills could you drop with this gun just out of the gate? Just like bare bones class, how many kills can I drop? Trying to drop 100 plus with just like a bare bone, we'll put it in perspective with like a bare bones DTIR. You know, we're no longer doing best class setups. We're doing meta class setups. When and why did that become a thing we started doing? Why are we doing meta class setups? This is the new meta for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. Why? Why do we need meta? Why do we need meta in our arcade shooter? Why do I need to see a player slide 30 feet in front of me for no reason? Why do I need to see a dude dressed as a dog slide halfway across the map for nothing? For a kill with a shotgun? You know, that's just kind of my stance on the whole thing. Why do we play? Like, look at this. I'm dropping 50 kills rushing around. And the dude on their team who's the highest has been rushing around as well with a shotgun. He's got 43. The dude who's been sitting in the corner most of the game has only dropped 35 kills. And you're going to tell me you're impressed with that? You're genuinely impressed with that? Like, there is no way you're proud of dropping 35 kills on shipment, mind you. There's no way you're proud of that. Like, pride used to come from getting as many kills as you could. Like that guy right there. Guy I just killed. That boar. He's been in the corner the whole game. He's got 25 kills. On shipment. Why? Because people are not rushing his corner. They're just going everywhere else. And he's not learning that strategy is not a viable strategy anymore. And it costs teams like wins. It costs them, you know, it costs players high kill games. Why can't we just, you know, do what we used to do back in the day? I don't even care if people would employ the old shipment spawn trap method, which was literally one person would lay down here, one person would lay down here, and you just start spraying walls with LMGs. Because it's like, oh yeah, I'd have to leave that if I wanted to get out of that spawn trap, but like, look, let's watch this guy for a second, and I want you to see what I mean by why has this become the game? Why do we implore every movement tech that we've ever seen from any other game into trying to get a few kills in shipment? Like, when did that become the importance of shipment? Like, who has the better movement tech? And then who can trash talk the best? Like, we're in 2026. Trash talking doesn't work anymore. Believe it or not. Trash talking doesn't work anymore. You can sit here and trash talk somebody for hours. It doesn't do the same thing it did anymore. Like, you don't bother players the same way you used to. And it's just the truth in the matter. You know, you don't bother players with trash talk the same way we used to bother players with trash talk. Because you used to trash talk, and it would hurt, and it would really bruise people. But now, with the way they've implored things like skill-based matchmaking and things like that, it's hard to tell if the trash talk is by somebody who legitimately is just better at the game than you, or if it's because he manipulated the matchmaking to get an easier match against you. You know, that's what I'm talking about. It's super hard to understand why we do the things we do anymore and why we implore the same tactics we used to use back in the day. And we think that's a valuable strategy in said game. By the way, 63 kills, predominantly rushing around the map. And apparently that's not what we try to do anymore. Because back in the original COD 4, that was a high kill game. A point proven. Like, that doesn't hurt the way you think it does anymore. That doesn't hurt. I just, goodness gracious, I feel like every time I play some of these players, I lose brain cells. And I shouldn't be losing brain cells, but I am, because you guys just, you guys try too hard to be good at a game that's, how old? How old is Modern Warfare 3 now? 3, 4 years old? And you're still trying this hard to be good at it? When once the new COD comes out, the strategy is to chill out and let the casual players have that game, and then you go on to the next one. I'm not trying to make it seem like an attack, but at the same time, it's hard to not seem like I'm going at somebody for it. All I want to say is just calm down. It's not that serious. It's a game. Play it casually. Have some fun. If you have all your weapons done, go for the charms. Go for the prestige camos. Just relax. But anyway, real quick, this is what we're working on. I'm trying to get some of this set up before, because I wanted to start doing some streams on it. This is what I'm calling the road to ultimate mastery. I'm the point here is to get from where I am, which is level almost 550 now. I'm almost at level 550, so I'm almost prestige 11, all the way up to level 1250. So all the way up to prestige 25. If we go here to my challenges and weapons, I have almost all of the weapons with their mastery camos. And trust me, some of these were painful. I will explain to you which ones were the painful ones here in just a moment. So you can see all the battle rifles, all the SMGs are done. You know, all the SMGs are done. All the LMGs are done. Most of these were done before shipment was even implemented. All the shotguns are done. These were all done before the shotguns were done back on Modern Warfare 2. So the assault rifles, battle rifles, SMGs, LMGs, and shotguns for the Modern Warfare 2 weapons were all done before Modern Warfare 2. Marksman rifles, I had all but the crossbow done before Modern Warfare 3 shipment came out, and I did this one in Modern Warfare 3 shipment. All the snipers got done through shipment, and the OG mosh pit for the Modern Warfare 2 maps, because Handguns, these were all done in shipment. Here's where we're currently where I'm going to show you where we're currently standing. We have all we have left to do. We have the Torque 35, the RGL 80 done, Storm Ender done, P-Law. As you can see, I don't have the Platinum Challenge unlocked yet for the P-Law because I have to finish the Strela. And then melee weapons wise, we have all the way to here. Yes, I even have the Riot Shield done. Right now I'm working on the dual Kadachas, which is the 20 kills from behind. It hurts my brain to go for it, but I'm doing it anyway because, yeah. And then all I have left to do would be the dual commas and the pickaxe, and then every weapon after this, and then the Strela, and then everything will be done. Then the challenge is to go get every single weapon charm for both all of the Model for 2 and 3 guns. Model for 3 weapons, this is where I'm at. Model for 2 weapons, I'm at the STB. So that's where we're currently at. And then I've got to go do all the zombies camos. Yes, this is actually something I'm going to do. Go in here and do this to get not only Borealis, but the one for the Model for 2 guns, and then the Mastery Charm badges, or the Mastery Charms for all of those as well. And then last but not least, get all of the weapons, their prestige camos. So get by the time I actually get this challenge started, we'll be on everything will have one trick done. We'll actually be on Molten Obsidian. And it'll probably be one or two games an episode, unless I stream it, in which case we'll just run until we, like, progress something. But ultimately, it's to get every gun in the game Constellation's End. It's been a grind, and I'm going to be doing it both on and off camera. So, yeah. And then I ultimately want to end it with getting what I've considered to be one of the most annoying camos, and that's Synth Burst. That's where the series will end. Yeah, that's where the series is going to end. But right now, we're working on the Mono for 3 guns. We're working on the DTIR, the DTIR 30-06. We're at 215 kills on the price list, and then we're also working on the Renetti, of which we are at priceless as well. We are at 200 out of 300 for the Renetti's priceless. So yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting. Sweaty players, calm down a little bit in Mono for 3. It's not that serious anymore. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Bye.